So in this video, I'm going to share with you some key takeaways from a coaching call with an agency owner that was wanting to know how can they get a follow-up call after the discovery call, and number two, how can they improve their cold outreach approach for generating leads. So this call, I figured I would document it. I'd make a video, because after we had the call, I realized how many other agency owners out there, or even business owners out there, are struggling with the same issue. Now, two things I'm going to cover in this video that we discussed in the call is what is a good strategy for cold outreach? How can one improve generating leads through a cold outreach approach? This particular person's cold outreach strategy was LinkedIn. Number two, they wanted to learn what's the best way to get someone to book a second call. First call is a discovery call. Second one was the follow-up call to hopefully close the deal. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Otto. I run a AAA agency, e-commerce engineers, and the point of this channel is to document my journey to 1 million. So at the beginning of this coaching call, they expressed that the challenges they were facing was trying to book a follow-up call after the discovery call, the first call. I asked them, what's your current procedure? To which they said, over the call, we discuss their business, the potential customer, and what they offered their potential customer was an audit on their business where they can suggest their AI automation services. I then asked them, roughly, show me what it looks like. What does a discovery call with you look like? To which they said, well, in the call, we basically discussed their business, and then I asked them, would they like an audit on their business where I can then show how their AI automation services can help their business? My response to that was this. From the very beginning of your call, what you want to do is you want to set the intention right at the beginning. What I mean by that is in the beginning of the call, as soon as you say hello, introduce yourself, ask them how they are, how's their day. The next thing you want to establish is the frame. And in this frame is where you're going to set up the follow-up call. So this is what I said to them. My intention for this call is to gather as much data, depending on where you are in the world, so I can then put together an audit on your business to which I can demonstrate to you on the next phone call how my AI services can be the solution to these problems in your business. Sound good?
Yeah, boy.
And obviously the lead, the prospect, what are they going to say to that? You've already pre-framed the follow-up call. So that was my suggestion to this person on how to establish a follow-up call from the first discovery call. The second point on this coaching call was the cold outreach approach. This particular person was using LinkedIn, and they said to me they would connect with a business owner on LinkedIn, and then they would message them straight away offering their AI services. The problem with that is, and this is the analogy that I gave on the phone call, and it's simply this. Imagine you're at a bar. You approach a girl. There's two scenarios. Scenario one, you approach this girl and you start to have a conversation. You introduce yourself. Hey, my name's Mike. Can I buy you a drink? Whatever the pickup line may be. Scenario number two, you approach this girl and instead of offering a drink, you go straight to third base and you say to them, hey, how are you doing? How about we go back to mine? Can you see the difference between scenario one and scenario two? Same thing with your cold outreach approach. Here's why a lot of cold outreach strategies don't work. The number one reason is this. People love to buy, but they don't like to be sold. All right, I'll repeat that again. People love to buy, but they don't like to be sold. Just like the bar scenario in a club trying to pick up a chick or vice versa, there has to be a warm-up. There has to be a introduction, some foreplay if you want to go down that road instead of going straight in. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, leave a comment below, like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because that's going to tell me to create more videos like this to help you. So as soon as I gave that solution to the cold outreach, light bulb went on, and it makes sense. And I keep saying this to businesses, to entrepreneurs. At the end of the day, you just got to be yourself. treat people like you want to be treated. Imagine I'm a guy, obviously, but let's take a girl's scenario. Imagine a guy coming up to her and doing that at the bar. Chances are she's going to give him the flick and not give him the opportunity. Why? Because there was no build up. Unless you're a celebrity, Leonardo DiCaprio, you probably stand a chance, but other than that, that's it. It's logic. So let's just do a recap. Number one, if you're focusing on trying to get that follow-up call, you have to set the intention in the beginning of that discovery call. After the introduction, you set the intention. My intention for this call, Sarah, is I would like to gather as much data as possible so I can then audit the problems in your business and present to you the solution on our next phone call. Sound good? To which they reply, obviously. If it's not good, they'll tell you. But most likely they'll agree and say, sounds great. And then you proceed into gathering the information, the data. Number two, recap, the cold outreach approach. Now, this particular person was doing the outreach on LinkedIn. This strategy applies across all social media platforms where you can message in the inbox, on the DM. So rather than connecting businesses on LinkedIn and then sending them a DM, what you want to do instead is connect with them and then like and comment on all their posts. Do that for a couple of days, 3 days, a week, however long it takes. But number one rule, do not go for the DM straight away, because you'll be like that guy in the bar that just tries to go to third base, and unless you're Leonardo DiCaprio, it probably won't work. It's the same thing on these platforms. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, same thing applies. Connect, add as a friend, follow, like, comment on a few of their posts. And when I say comment, be authentic. Give them value about their content, about their post, and be genuine about it, because people can see right through it. Remember, as I said before, people love to buy, but they don't like to be sold. So that's it for this video. Again, if you got value, make sure you give it a like, comment below, tell me what you liked about this video, and subscribe so that I know to create more content like this.